So what's up everyone, my name is DemEyesRed and I'm hereby presenting you the quarterfinals matchup Vivi vs BlackMamba of the Legacy Huns tournament. And with that being said, let's just start right away describing the maps, the basis of each player on this map. That is, let me just see, yeah, colors are fine, okay. So yeah, player number 1 aka Vivi in the southwest of the map. And looking at this here right away, it's wallable. The hill is not that beautiful. His resources are, at least to the left hand side, they are behind the wood patch. Also there's gold there. Another second gold that he has. His first gold, luckily for him, is on the right hand side. It's fine, it's fine. Though this gold could be pressured, as in Vivi can be pressured by losing control over this gold, but with some nice walling you can just secure it, at least for now. We've seen way worse maps, so I actually find this map here okay. If this gold was somewhere here, this would have been the perfect map, but for now, it's okay. We can live with that. It's not heartbreaking or stuff like this, so let's go with that one. Northeast of the map, we got BlackMamba. And looking at this map right away, we can see that it's not as easy to wall like the one of Vivi. You could go for some weird moves and wall it off, or maybe something like that, but you shouldn't, in my opinion. Resource positions also okay to mediocre to bad nearly. Let's see. Second stone on the front. First stone in the south, far away from the base. This gold, well, it's to the side and can be somehow secured actually, but the fact that the left hand side is pretty much open, it's not the best situation at all. Once again, we've seen better maps. Therefore, I'd say I like the one of Vivi more. But it's all about the strats that the players will go for. If they are about to apply pressure right early on, I mean. Or if they're going to play defensively. I think Vivi could play defensively, but this is Vivi we are talking about. So I don't think that we'll see something like this. He's going to go for the deer. Quite a greedy move there, but people do that. And it often pays off by giving a super huge boost when going for man-at-arms or scrush. In this case, most likely going to see a scrush. Distance between two is pretty much nearly the maximum. Both are at the very side of the map there. At the edge of the map. There we go. So, having said these things, I think we're good to go, and maybe you can fast forward a tiny bit just to see when they're clicking up. Someone's gonna go for 20 pop or 21 pop. And there we go. Both are doing the same. And that is 21 pop for both. Pretty much a classical thing. So far in the quarterfinals, we've seen pretty much also unorthodox stuff only. That happens. That happens. What I don't like is this woodline here, especially the second lumber camp. Look at this mess. Look at this mess. So it's gonna be easily inefficient. Oh, yeah, it happens. Yeah, looks good. Looks good. Or is it? Wait a second. Once again, whoa! I'm always confused by those mid-loom strats here. BlackMamba is the only one clicking up here. Okay, so Vivi is gonna take his time. He's gonna at least go for rush, maybe even arms. Probably rush, but oh my god, I was just praising this game for being more classical, but it's not gonna be like that. Look at this. It's going to be a forward. Not only any forward, probably a trash push. And from Vivi we don't see too much. Let's have a look here. Okay, okay. The watchtower now incoming. And Vivi is taking his time. Wait a second. Am I... I'm just honestly confused now. The villager numbers especially. Is this scoreboard not up to date or something? This seems so odd. Was this TC idle all the time? What happened? Wait a second, it just didn't show up. Alright, both were clicking up. Okay, okay, I just I mean, he has a tower, there we go. Sorry guys, but the score, not the scoreboard, but the tech board just simply confused me there. Wow. You know, once you start to rely on those kind of things, you tend to, well, not catch the most essential things. That is both players being in full edge. So forget about any drush or something like this. It's just a normal stable. This is the reason why we don't see any gold being gathered. Not at all. Nothing at all. Weird stuff. Weird stuff. What we see is that BlackMamba is yeah, trushing here. Just a classical move here. Bit late, I'd say, with this with the first tower, but the trash push with the tower was obviously a good way to actually apply the pressure here, especially if the map is not that good. I think this map is not good, but I guess I'm not sure why Memba directly went for the trash push. It can be so effective, but Vivi is about to wall off everything. Though this is a really good move by BlackMamba, and yeah, his this is new deck nickname. We know him. Also he's also known as Stray Dog. There we go. Okay, so Vivi is actually counter raiding here to a certain degree. Spearmen are just poking around there, and that's that. The most important thing is actually taking place in Vivi's space. Not too much happening though. I feel that Mamba's kind of failing here to a certain degree as he's not able to keep up the pressure anymore. So he definitely needs to go for this tower. He definitely needs to do this one just to proceed with the move, but Vivi, aware of the situation of course, about to deny any further movements by BlackMamba. And then this army will be pretty much useless. Unless he goes for some other direction here. The left hand side could be a way to go for, but this will take so much time. Therefore, good luck. Good luck. Losing his villagers there even. Don't like what I see too much here. Meanwhile, Vivi annoying as much as he can. 2 scouts. Causing idle time successfully. Well, well. Is he retreating now, or does he really want to make that detour here? Something like that is happening, I'm not even sure. But what's sure is that Vivi is actually securing the space as much as he can. He definitely needs to, because this gold is the only one that he has access to for now. Or is it? Well, yeah. This one is slightly denied, but not fully. And yeah, it's actually the detour that he wants to go for. Interesting. Meanwhile, though, Vivi applying as much pressure as he can. He's killed 1 villager. Villager count is in favor for Vivi, 39 to 35. Which number is better for BlackMamba here? There's a lot of trash units, that's for sure. Wheelbarrow also incoming now in order to improve his economy. What about Vivi here? Oh, he doesn't have it. Okay, okay. What about resources anyway? Mamba has more food. And also, what about his gold access? Oh, he doesn't get any gold here for now. Just stone. Ugly, ugly. I hate towers. If you don't know, I hate towers. Alright, so fletching now incoming, that's something more worth mentioning. Both pairs have a decent amount of farms. I like it. Also, Vivi now going for wheelbarrow. That's cool, that's cool. Okay, now we can see it here. Having produced that many scouts, going for bloodlines obviously makes sense. It's a thing to go for. Nothing I'd say is a bad thing to go for. And with that one, obviously he's gonna have tankier units. He's gonna be able to engage in fights involving spearmen, but of course not too many. This one is a beautiful thing. Vivi now doing this move here helps a lot, but BlackMamba aware of the situation that it could be a bit more devastating for him unless he goes for the tower, and there he goes. Beautiful tower. I mean, the design is beautiful, but that's it basically. Alright, so at the same time, BlackMamba is also not stopping here with his attempt to place more offensive towers. But it doesn't work, does it? Because everywhere Vivi goes, he always gets a couple of villagers there. 47 to 41 villagers. The difference is increasing, it seems. Slowly but steadily. But BlackMamba now on his way to Castle Edge, but so is Vivi. Okay, interesting. Okay. Question is going to be, what is the next plan? We can see Vivi goes for scalebounding armor. Could be an indication that with a second stable incoming that we will see knights. But the same is going to be the case for BlackMamba. So both are going for knights. Therefore it's going to be about one player going for the right counter. Be it pikemen, most likely for orange. Maybe we could see some monks by Vivi. Who knows? We're about to find out in a couple of seconds, once they reach Castle Edge. Maybe Vivi will go for light calves, could also be. But with two stables and looking at the skulls, most likely going to be knights. They're both successfully annoying each other, that's lovely. Alright. Oh, even a third stable income, so BlackMamba most likely gonna stay there with one TC, at least for now. Quite of a brave move, as this gold is still vulnerable, especially in Castle Edge. The tower alone will not help. If knights from Vivi just go in here, this gold won't be able to survive there. There we go. And for Vivi it's just two stables. There's a difference. And he'll be able to go for his second TC earlier. He goes for the monster, by the way. Ah, unlucky with the villager. But it's orange that is actually behind concerning the villager numbers. Both are going +2 for defense. Both saw incoming for BlackMamba. Alright. I'm just currently watching here to see what's exactly happening here. But both are pretty much mirroring each other. The only difference is that BlackMamba has one additional stable. We see a TC incoming as expected. Vivi will go for the additional one. But so is actually BlackMamba, that's interesting. But with that one he won't be able to maintain 3 stable night production, that is for sure. Oh yeah, good move by BlackMamba though. Pressure's on. But so is the pressure on in front of BlackMamba's base. The only difference between those knights is forging. +1 attack for Vivi's knights there. Okay, second attempt here with the TC. Right, so what we can say here. Oh my god, my focus. What about my focus, man? Concentration is about to get funky here for me, at least. So what I was going to say is that Vivi actually able to apply pressure as well, of course, but there's also the monastery by BlackMamba. So actually didn't go for pikes, instead he went for the monastery and the monks. So did his opponent, of course, both with 2 TCs for now. I don't see a third one. Neither for Vivi. Both are a little bit in a struggle here. Third TC incoming for Vivi though. Rip this monk. And yeah, I'd say that it's quite balanced here. Though, and something must be wrong with this with the villager count. Or did he lose that many villas? Did I? Oh my god. Okay, okay. I take everything back. Wow. 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 Damn, I missed everything. My fault. My fault. That was maybe me being a bit silent here, as it's quite late. But damn, Vivi has suffered some losses here. Okay. That looks really bad and really good for BlackMamba. He actually was successful with choosing the third stable there. Now having 3 TCs, successful moves there. Damage has been dealt, 20 villagers difference. Kinda waking up to this one here now. Okay, okay, let's go. Okay, this could be a really bad fight for Vivi though. The fact that the monks are there, it's just a reason for Vivi maybe change something. I mean, now that he has committed so much, he's not able to do something else, as his economy doesn't allow him to do so. Meanwhile, he is pressured in his own base. BlackMamba, aka the Stray Dog, is just doing so nicely here. Military numbers are quite equal, even though BlackMamba with the slight edge there. Considering the fact that he has the weaker knights, at least tech-wise, interesting. Interesting for sure. Impressive stuff for sure. The villager lead. And now this forward movement. Enough stone to place a castle. Position is okay. We've seen better. But it will be a nice way for BlackMamba to keep up the pressure. It's safe enough and close enough at the same time. So, what's Vivi gonna do about this one here? We will find out. For now we see more monsters incoming. I like this decision. But the tough thing is gonna be the castle here. Nice way for BlackMamba to just retreat here every time and not go back to his base. Beautiful castle. I like the look of it. Even though the crosses on top don't make too much sense here. Anyway, some side facts. If we consider this castle as stolen, taken over, then it makes sense. But yeah, you get what I mean. And suddenly Vivi now applying more pressure, ignoring the fact that the castle is there. This is maybe due to the fact that BlackMamba hasn't positioned this castle in a way in which he is pressuring more, in which he can attack more, force Vivi to do something about it. But this is only a real window of opportunity that Vivi has, because once he loses his army, or once this castle and this whole connected pressure thing, the move here, the forward move, it's too much and it's hard to be ignored, Vivi will need to do something about it, therefore retreat, and maybe lose because of this. Unless he goes for the right fights, which he does at this very moment. And slowly but steadily is catching up with villager numbers. So this fight is 100% perfect for Vivi. Great fight. Great stuff. Yeah, Vivi does really well here all of a sudden. That's mostly because Mamba went into the wrong fight and loses this one here due to not paying attention too much, in my opinion. He could have prevented this one. The TC is there for a reason. Alright, so the military number is really scary. Vivi all of a sudden super strong. If Mamba loses this fight here, it could be over. Let's see. The monks are already approaching. They all have 100% faith juice, aka... No, conversion juice, aka faith. There we go. Yeah, that's really scary now. Really good that these knights get healed. Always a great thing to see how monks are actually able to be used in a way that they defensively, at least, heal up the knights, making sure that the reinforcements are even stronger rather than having weaker units due to HP loss. But this fight for now could be bad for Vivi, but now that the monks are there, all of a sudden Mamba forced to retreat. Alright, let's go. A lot of micro needed. Wow, what a fight. What a mess. +2 knights, and still BlackMamba hasn't gotten +1 even attack for his attack. So it's gonna be nice for Vivi. Yeah, this can be GG any second, any time. Only thing for BlackMamba, positive thing is that he has his stables really close. He's forced to retreat now. He'll lose a monk there at least. Or will he? Wow. Maybe this one could be a bad fight for Vivi. I'm not sure. Let's have a look at it. Maybe it'll pay off that Vivi has +2 here. Looks really good all of a sudden. I guess this is pretty much over in a couple of seconds for BlackMamba. I don't think what he could do to get out of the situation. Look at his resources. He doesn't even have gold. He will go for more knights, but no. He could go for... I mean, I think it was a really excellent move to go for that many monks. And well microed, super important. 95 villagers for Vivi, 78, and decreasing for BlackMamba. And it's GG. Wow. I am impressed, people. This one was actually nice comeback by Vivi here. Wow. First game, first win for Vivi. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Alright, so problem's gonna be, guys, we're gonna have a router reset in a couple of minutes due to the fact that in Germany my internet provider here at least forces me to have a reset every 24 hours, and I cannot change that time because my router doesn't allow to do so. I need to get a super expensive one in order to change it. But not gonna happen this year at least, that I'll be able to afford something like that. Therefore, just for information, if I drop out, I'll be back. I'll be back. Okay, so let's see. The good thing is I will not even realize what happened, what will happen, because this is a record game. Therefore, super convenient for me just to carry on. I'll just have to make sure that I reconnect here. Okay, so Vivi vs BlackMamba, aka Stray Dog. Game number 2 incoming. Let's start this one. There we go, guys. What is up? Second matchup. BlackMamba, Stray Dog versus Vivi. Alright, so in the north, we got Vivi with a super open map, to say the least. Even the wood lines are not that close. Probably he'll go for that one on the left hand side. Berries are also not that beautiful, being on that hill. Gold in the front, second gold in the front. Stone on the back. And second stone on left hand side here. Bottom left hand side. Iron Chef is asking, who are you rooting for? Well, me as a Ruby official caster. Of course, we're neutral. And in this case, I don't even have a... I mean, of course, since I'm a human being, I am always having my personal favorites and whatnot. But in this case, I'm not too much of a fan of neither of those players. But I think it would be interesting to see Stray Dog win. I mean, this match anyway, to have a third match, to have something exciting. To have a match point, the third match. And also, I think Vivi is considered to be stronger than Stray Dog, aka BlackMamba. And oftentimes when I don't know any or not when I don't know, when I don't root for anyone specific. I root for the weaker one, so to speak, the one with the lower elo. So I'd say I'd go for BlackMamba here. But that is all. I mean, otherwise I have no positive or negative tendencies here for either of those players. I'd say yeah, exactly, the underdog. This is what I'm rooting for. Stray dog, aka the underdog. So yeah, as I've said, Vivi here in the north with that kind of map, not the best. Probably quite bad. I'd say it's quite bad. We went for this woodline, interestingly, on this hill. I don't like it, gotta say. In the southeast, we got Underdog, aka Stray Dog, aka BlackMamba, and his base, oh, also really, really bad. This wood line is good, that's for sure. But in the north, you got this very ugly hill, a nice opportunity for Vivi actually to apply pressure. It's also the location on which she has RNG, man. I mean, the board could have just waited there at least for a second, but it didn't. And there's gold here on the hill, and first stone on the left hand side. The secondary resources are behind this woodline. Looks weird, to say the least. I am not sure what he will do about it. Both players have arguments to play it more aggressively. Let's see what they will go for. Let's see. I'd like to see a coaching contest, Iron Chef says. Well, that is an interesting one. Do you mean some kind of battles in which both players have a coach? There is something like that. There has been something like that. A couple of weeks ago I've read something about that. It was called Adopt a Noob Tournament. And I think that's already over. But if you mean something like this, or I'm just not familiar with the term that you're using, that can also be. Alright, so BlackMamba once again clicking up here, and now I don't know what okay, now last time I didn't catch it with Vivi clicking up. Just hope it'll work this time. Oh yeah, there we go, there we go. Oh yeah, I understood you correctly then, Iron Chef. Oh, that's interesting. So this 1 month, so no backseat gaming, but 1 month of training. Well, I love to see this one as well, because this would be an excellent opportunity for the newbies, for the newer players to learn a lot. 1 month, wow, I'd sign up. I'd sign up. I would pick me a nice 2K5 teacher, and if I get the education for free, wow. I'd go for it. I'd go for it, man. And yeah, of course, the outcome of that, having a tournament like that, would be definitely interesting. It just needs a lot of, well, dedication from everyone. Cool idea, though. I dig that. I understand. What we can also see is the forward move, the push by BlackMamba. That is a barracks and soon to be an incoming arch range. And there we go. So the trash push is real. Well, Vivi should be aware of what's happening here. Yes, sir. Gonna go for tower as soon as possible. First spearman already out, therefore actually nice for Vivi not having built his stable yet. Instead he goes for the archery range. Oh, this scout will bite just. Unfortunate stuff for BlackMamba. Let's see. Tower's not up yet. Just now. There we go. So already 2 spearmen, 1 skirmisher. Looks good, looks good. I'm just constantly checking if I drop out now. Just for information once again, guys, if I drop out, I'll be back in a second. It's just me and my router reconnecting here. This could happen anytime now. the next 5 to 10 minutes. If that happens, I would really appreciate if someone says it in the chat, just for me to know. Alright, so the trash push is real, but so is the defensive move by Vivi. That is skirmishes, and this spearman, and this one scout. Also, we have a little villager fight on the left hand side. Seems that BlackMamba is going forward here. Oh, a stone wall. Alright, okay, interesting. Doesn't make too much of a difference as he has placed down this tower, so he doesn't have... Oh yeah, I guess I dropped out now, didn't I? Oh no, I didn't. So I'll just keep silent about it. So... Okay. Okay. Good stuff by Vivi. Making sure that BlackMamba isn't able to approach now, but this woodline could be in danger. Severe danger. And yeah, a lot of stone incoming for Vivi. I'm not sure if this is a little bit of an overkill, but he just wants to make sure that he has enough resources in a couple of seconds to place a tower. Why not? Second arch range incoming in order to improve the reinforcement rate. Yeah. Alright, so actually BlackMamba going to the south here? Why is that? Oh, okay. He goes for that stone. Makes sense. Once again we have this walled in arch range, but still I'm every time confused that there's a gap here and here. Is it actually fully denied? Oh, a third arch range. Okay, I understand. I didn't realize this one, but is it really denied? Because I've seen a lot of cases in which there's a gap like that and the units could still go out of there. Well, for now this is the situation. This wood line has not been fully denied due to the fact that the placement of the passage was just greatly chosen by Vivi. And yeah, stable also incoming now. Looking good for both players. They're doing the right moves. But BlackMamba now even better as he denies the second wood line of Vivi. So there's only this wood line, and that's only the case because somehow Stray Dog has right-clicked this palisade in order to destroy it. But once this palisade is down, it'll continue to attack these villages over there. So look at that one, and there we go, and there we go. Alright. So therefore, Vivi now forced to place down another tower. Makes sense. Villager count 39 to 36 for Vivi, just for your information. Meanwhile, Vivi going for his own little rating, trash rating, skirms without fletching, by the way. Should be not the same case. Yeah, there we go. Shouldn't be the case, and there we go. It is the skirmishes with fletching for BlackMamba. This army is big enough to deal with scouts to a certain degree. At least it would be too much of a messy fight. Alright, and Vivi also now retreating from the base of BlackMamba. Unfortunate stuff for him. It seems that BlackMamba now does really well. He did really well in the past game as well, but it was just the concentration he didn't keep up, or at least the commitment there. Going for the wrong fights all of a sudden. Maybe this time it will not be like this. And then we would be able to see a third game even. Alright. So while it seemed that Vivi was retreating, he just stays in the middle. Once the reinforcements of scouts come, he slightly goes forward. At least that's the current situation. Furthermore, the amount of farms for Vivi is just perfect. For BlackMamba, not yet. I have the feeling that Vivi will be clicking up earlier. Even though his resources are super low as well, as he needs to mass up the army that he has. Or not, that he doesn't have yet. There we go. BlackMamba also going for bloodlines. Vivi doesn't have any upgrades for his scouts. Doesn't he have fletching? Does he have a blacksmith? Nope. Okay. Looking good. BlackMamba going for this first defensive upgrade for his scouts, because why not? Because why not? He has a decent number of scouts. He can actually increase the worth of these scouts by making them stronger. So they'll be able to engage in fights like that. Okay. All of a sudden, we don't see too much of Vivi, but that's only because he's in the base of BlackMamba trying to get a couple of kills as well. Villager difference is still 3 villagers. Alright, 47 to 44. Let's say 2.5 villagers. 2.9, let's say, to be really exact here. But the villager numbers are, of course, really scary when it comes to BlackMamba. And he is inside of the base, therefore these 2 villagers are done, man. They're done. Rest in peace. So it's really important to go for more towers. And the resources look really good for Vivi now. Slowly but steadily he will be approaching. Going for the next age. What about his gold though? There he is. Looks just fine. And for BlackMamba. What does he even do, man? Oh, okay. Just look at that for a second. Too much gold. That's for sure. Don't like what he does there. It's only because he doesn't spend it. Doesn't have too many villages on gold. Wow, Vivi is losing so many villages, man. Ah, it looks bad, because once this tower is down, I think that many farms will be denied here. Also, the pressures are on the front. Is Vivi gonna get out of the situation? The only hope that he has is him being on the way on to Castle Age. But I feel that if this continues like that, Vivi hits Castle Age and BlackMamba hits Castle Age. 40 seconds later, it could be GG. It could be GG. Oh, this tower actually didn't go down. This is just bad news for BlackMamba. All of a sudden it doesn't look too good for him anymore. I mean, concerning his push. At home he saved everything. He's going for a third stable. Once again, he's gonna go for knights. Like there's no tomorrow. From Vivi we don't see too much. Military-wise, there's nothing. I mean, nothing much to consider here. Just a couple of trash units and 2 scouts. Yep, this is actually how it is. BlackMamba has fully towered up his base and he will even wall it up. And most importantly, this is a really good move by Vivi, just secure more area by placing down more TCs. As he saw those tails, he knows what's gonna be incoming. Therefore, this monster makes perfect sense. Just needs to get a lot of gold as soon as possible. Doesn't have oh, he has a market, so he could even sell it. 3 TCs for Vivi, defensive gameplay, and it's gonna be super aggressive gameplay by BlackMamba. 1 TC, 3 stables. This means that he needs to go get the kills. And looks quite nice as Vivi now forced to sell his resources to finally get a monk or two. And if he gets these monks, I see little hope there. Of course, the spearmen, aka pikemen, in a couple of seconds are important. But he could avoid them by just not engaging those fights, but this is really bad. Let's see. Blacksmith only now for Vivi. Alright, so you see these weird structures here, right? Indication that Vivi's base is really not the best. But I wonder if BlackMamba is gonna use this to his advantage, that Vivi is actually forced to go for some weird structure like that. Because if he goes in there with his knights, he could maybe just break through and then get the kills he's hoping for. Let's see. So I think any second I'll drop out just for information. And then I'll be back in a second. Alright, so the situation is like that. The knights are there, but they can't do too much, as the pikemen as well as the monks are doing their best to keep them out of the base. Therefore, I understand calf archers, but you need to pay attention to them. It's all about the micro then. If you use them in a way to get rid of pikemen, with the monks it's going to be even more difficult. So yeah, a lot of attention that BlackMamba needs to have. Getting horse color in minute 34 is certainly not a good thing. Maybe one of the reasons why he couldn't go up for the next stage as early as Vivi. Siege Workshop also incoming. I am not sure if this is really needed. Unless, of course, BlackMamba goes for a lot of... Oh yeah, he does. Okay, there's a shift into calf archers. Interestingly. Villager-wise, it's Vivi naturally leading there with 3 TCs. We see 3 TCs also for BlackMamba now. That's only because he shifted his strat there. He went for knights first and saw that it wasn't that effective. Now he needs to go for something different. Let's see. Oh man, again, something like this. Showcase for calf archers not used correctly here. It's not like BlackMamba is in a bad situation, it's just about the efficiency. If he wants to maximize the strength of his army, he must not engage in the slightest bad fights there. So Vivi is trying to clear up the mess here. And BlackMamba slowly but steadily trying to do something. Mostly improving the size of his army, especially the calf archers. And that makes actually perfect sense. Therefore, Vivi's army composition won't be as effective anymore. The only problem is going to be the monks, obviously. And yeah, the siege, yeah, mangonels. Therefore, he has his knights. He needs to be careful. Good shot, good shot. I like it. Oh, don't tell. Oh my god. Ah. Wow. This one. Just wow. Alright, so the middle is actually quite safe for Vivi. And I think it's the best move by BlackMamba to go for the sides now. Just attacking from another position is going to be so important. I don't know if this is a nice fight to engage, but because he's going to lose most of the army here. BlackMamba, as you can see, the conversions were successful. 3 knights converted, just like that. Not only do you lose your army, but your enemy gets another unit each time there's a conversion. Oh wow. The mangonels dying like that is of course really unfortunate. I like the choice with the light caps, just to make sure that the monks are done for. I don't even know if I dropped out or not, but I wonder why it doesn't happen. Probably 2 or 3 more minutes then. Alright. So? Okay, I was waiting there for a second, but Vivi now trying to go for some counter raids. Just 3 knights, it's not gonna be enough. As you can see, the whole army. Oh, okay. The whole army, Cav Archer army of BlackMamba, making sure to take care of that problem there. Now, villager count for Vivi looks really good, 114 to 95, but the military numbers for BlackMamba obviously really good as well, 56 to 29. He needs to retreat there. He had some kind of evil attempt. He would drop a castle, probably, with that much stone. Now he's forced to go there. Well, still, maybe he has failed with that attempt here, but all the monks are dead. All the monks are dead. It's 52 to 8 military. And I feel that Vivi has a little chance to get out of the situation. Unless there's some killer mango shot or something like this. His economy won't save him. Going in there with just 3 knights without any upgrades. But bloodlines. It's not gonna be helpful, man. It's just pretty much over here. Otherwise, I mean, what else is there to say? Like I said, it's with those resources, of course, nothing is possible anymore. Looking at all of his buildings that he has. Oh yeah, mangonels. Okay, I like this. Okay, this is the only chance that he has, theoretically speaking. But this castle, yeah, is gonna be an obstacle. And there we go, guys. There we go. So I know if I dropped out already. I know no one in chat has mentioned it. But yeah, that was the second game. And now it's ties. And there we go. So there's one more match to watch between Vivi and BlackMamba. Interesting for sure. I like it. I guess I didn't drop, as the lobby's still working. Normally I drop out and whatnot. Don't know how this works. I have no idea. I'll just go with it. So yeah. Alright, so Vivi vs BlackMamba number 3. Let's go. 4 a.m. in the morning, finishing the quarterfinals. Just, I'm not sure if I'll be able to cast all the other games because my concentration is slowly getting worse here. But still enough energy, enough juice left in order to present you a good third game. And there we go. What's up, guys? Game number 3 between Vivi and Stray Dog. Let's go. Alright, so exactly, Hate. Exactly what I said. You got me, man. It's just always magical that the the best conversations I have here are the people from Stark's channel mostly, and it's just some connection, man. The Habibi connection, man. It's just always lovely. Really love it. So yes, Hate has understood me correctly there. And describing this map, first of all, this sheep, man. This sheep, these sheep is just wow, terrible, terrible, terrible. Drunken Gamer for Life, what's up, man? I seem quiet. Yeah, it's early in the morning. It's 4 a.m. already. Maybe that's because I'm kinda not really tired, but my voice is getting lower and lower and blah blah blah. You know, stuff like this. But let's just describe the space. So these sheep, I've mentioned it a couple of times now. And looking at the other resources, well, gold is really forward. Stone is forward. There's a second stone in the back. There's a second gold in the back. I am not sure what to think of it. This gold is not good in particular because it's behind this wood line. At least it's in the back. But how to secure it? You want to wall it like this? You want to wall it like that or something like this is... unless you go for walls, it's just going to be difficult to protect it there. Nice second gold, Hate says. For blue, but the elevations aren't working on his favor. Yep. I mean, the greatest problem is, of course, this hill. This hill, also not nice. I also don't like this one here. I don't like hills at all when it comes to the own base. But this is what we have to go with. This is what Vivi needs to work with. So I would say that this is quite of a mediocre to bad map. It could be walls to a certain degree. If this was a player like Stark, I could see a lot of walls. But I guess the greatest problem is this one here, first of all. The distance between two wood patches. This whole hill here. And yeah, I could see many people walling off this area here in order to secure this maybe, but this will take a long time. Oh, and a dead scout for BlackMamba. This is, of course, a huge bonus for Vivi. Super huge bonus. In the south, we got BlackMamba. Was lost a scout. Rest in peace. Oh yeah, this map is significantly better. Not only can he wall this off, to the sides at least, he has the gold in the back, stone in the back, but especially the gold is going to be important. Furthermore, he has second stone forward, second gold forward. Yeah, really nice actually, really nice. Way better than the one of Vivi, I would say. Maybe wood-wise okay, as he has nothing in the back, unlike Vivi. but still, I'd go for that one. So they're quite far away from each other. Once again, I would assume scratches to take place, but so far, this stream, we've seen little amounts of scratches. I didn't know Kobe Bryant played for AoE too. Is it Why is that? Did I use an expression that he used? You need to tell me. Now I'm curious. Hate says talk about the sifs. So, of course he uses Kappa with that one. But actually I've mentioned it every time I talk about each matchup of Legacy of the Huns. That is, of course, the Huns being super versatile civilization. You can go for pretty much anything here. You can go for trash pushes, you can go for trushes, but of course you can go for the scratch that is super effective, super fast. And furthermore, med arms are viable, arches are good, drush into arches are possible. All of this, man. Oh yeah. Now, yeah, you're right. But okay, now I got it. Of course, of course. I even knew this one. That's the sad thing about it. So drunken gamer for life. I screwed up there, man. I screwed up there. Barracks incoming. Barracks incoming, so it's gonna be a trash push here, most likely. I'll bet on it. And yeah, it's always the same. While the one guy is going for a trash push, the other one is the innocent one and just wants to go for a classical scout rush. A really classical one here. Once again, man, once again. Man, didn't I drop out at some point? I must have. Let me check. Uptime. Didn't drop out? How is this possible? Weird stuff, weird stuff. So yeah, guys, there's not much to mention here, just the usual stuff, the usual drill that BlackMamba goes for. Interestingly, he has just directly given up on this tower. If he goes back to this tower, it's going to be so sad. Alright, he just stops doing it. I don't like it if inconsiderate moves are being shown here. I like what Vivi does though. Palisade gates. This year I see a lot of Palisade gates being used by players. By certain players who go for masterpieces and stuff like that. Yeah, no. But yeah, BlackMamba forced to go away now. Would have been a beautiful first tower here. But I think Vivi has a lot of chances to get out of this situation here safely. And, ooh, interesting move there. Is he really gonna wall this one off? Is he gonna exclude this gold from his base? Oh no, he doesn't. Probably just gonna go for that move. Let's say. So the tower's up. Congratulations, the first one. Position-wise, actually quite okay. If this hill was one or two tiles closer, one tile closer already, this TC would have been in much more danger. Yeah, BlackMamba at home has walled off his base. Like I've said, it's way easier to wall this one off, and yeah, it worked. Simply worked. It's just how it is. Nothing else to add. Archer range incoming. Okay. Skirms? Question mark. Very compact. Yeah, if he walled off like this, yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's what I say. Of course, we've seen a super compact base by MBL in this quarterfinals. But still. Still. I am not sure if BlackMamba will do well in this game as he's forced to go back completely. He's retreating, he's officially giving up here. At least concerning the strat that he went for. Everyone's going home, the party's over, so to speak. And now it is about Vivi striking back. With his scouts, he won't be able to cause that much damage. But now he has the freedom, the possibility to go for gold. And therefore he's probably gonna go for some archers as well. Because why not? Applying more pressure, deal more damage when facing palisade walls, going through easier. So many resources wasted in idle time for BlackMamba, he says. That's for sure. That's for sure. This is always the downside if you go forward. Risky moves. I mean, just think of the classical thing, that is the trush, then the trash push, as we can see, and also those kind of Tato rushes or pushes or whatever you want to call them. If those things fail. I mean, of course, this Tato thing is the most aggressive one. If that fails, you're just out of the game. But if a trush fails or a trash push, so many resources. You're right, Hate. So many resources used for nothing, and especially the idle time. If you go forward with 4 villages with a trash push, 4 villages not contributing for the sake of your very economy. With the trush, it can be 6 villages or even more. It depends if you have the students. Why not 10 or something like this, you know? And imagine that one fails. Right. So of course, retreating in a way like that, with strats that involve villagers, of course, terrible move. Especially because in comparison to your opponent, you have a way weaker economy then. This is not an idle time of 5 seconds or something. Many minutes added up there for many more villagers. And we can see it here, Mamba now suffering. Stray Dog, the underdog, is suffering. Question is what to do. Okay, villager fight, villager going forward, taking down the tower. This could work. Also, we have to keep in mind. Oh, that's actually interesting. Those scouts are actually fully upgraded. Just the just forging is missing, but other than that. But oddly, now everything kinda not exactly even, but so many villagers by Vivi died. Now we have 40 to 38 villagers. Wow. This is actually unfortunate for Vivi. He doesn't have the advantage anymore. Instead, he is being pushed back, and we know that BlackMamba actually knows how to keep up the pressure. So does Vivi, of course. But I just want to tell that theoretically speaking, BlackMamba could now go forward once again. But the problem is, of course, the army of Vivi still being here. Let's see. Forging now as well. These scouts are super strong. And is he going to add more scouts to it? Yeah, this is it. So we're going to see more scouts in this game. What about the farms? That looks good for both players. I like, especially the one of BlackMamba. Second stable even incoming, an indication that he wants to go for more scouts. Too much gold for nothing, at least it seems. He doesn't have a market. Oh, I know. Alright, so by the looks of it, it seems as if BlackMamba wants to go for all-in scouts. Full scouts, yeah. Could work. We've seen it work a couple of times throughout Legacy of the Huns, but always a risky move. So yeah, Vivi is already on his way to click up. And let's see, man. Let's see what's gonna happen. And this is just ugly here. This little denial attempt. Ugly move. Alright, so the problem is, of course, that BlackMamba goes for all of the scouts, and for that he needs to apply so much pressure that it compensates the fact that his opponent is already on his way to gas stage. As in, so many villagers must die, but all the scouts have died here. It's of course a really bad fight. Doesn't look too good, does it? Hate says the first one to click up to castle will win. You may take note of this. Well, normally I'd agree, but we've seen a game just a few. I mean, what was it? Viper versus USR. There we go. And actually, there was a situation in which Viper clicked up, I believe, 10 minutes earlier, and his opponent, USR, went for all-in scouts, and he still managed to stay in the game. That was extremely impressive. So I'd say, normally I agree, but it doesn't have to be like that. Because there is a chance that those scouts are actually doing well. Three steps. This is certainly the look that we had from USR as well. When he went for 3 stables, scouts like that, it was just devastating there. And now he's clicking up for cast stage way earlier than USR, for instance. So it's not necessarily over right now. Yeah, I understand what you mean, Hate, but my point is even that USR had the upper hand then. At least for 10 to 15 minutes. But yeah, otherwise I understand what you mean. Okay. So BlackMamba on his way as well. And therefore, let's see what this next move is going to be like. He has a lot of resources. And we've seen it. Vivi goes for knights as well as calf archers. Calf archers are nothing too serious for now, just fletching. The knights have only 1 upgrade as well. He doesn't even have bloodlines. It's getting late, man. No bloodlines for Vivi. Yeah, so I see it looks gloomy for BlackMamba. He's not able to deal the damage that he actually intended to do with his scouts, at least. These spearmen were way too effective, and now actually everything's looking bad. Vivi is going forward. Good for him, of course. And once he does that, tough times, tough times. What he can do now is, BlackMamba, the knights that he has, of course, they're gonna be quite strong. +1/+1 bloodlines, +2 defense would have been awesome. But I guess Vivi will just go in the classical way. Calf archers, 2 archer ranges only, no, not a 3rd one. That's mostly because he went for a 2nd stable. And other than that, also has a 2nd TC. What about BlackMamba though? Guess, yeah, you can afford it. Yeah, it is about to happen. The army is being massed up, 31 to 14 military-wise. Looks really good for Vivi. I was just waiting there. He has Botkin arrow now. Maybe he'll even go for defensive upgrade as well. Right, archer armor. Definitely gonna go for University and then finally gets Ballistics. Yeah, Paired Archer armor incoming. And what about BlackMamba? 34 to 20. Military count. Okay, he's going forwards. Will it be a good fight for BlackMamba? He's uphill. That's enough for Vivi to retreat, at least now go on the hill. Okay, okay. Ballistic is gonna be incoming. There we go. Third arch range being added. And stone walls. All over the place, just in case. Light Calf by BlackMamba, I don't like this one. Really, I don't see any reason for that one. It's not like he has a huge army of scouts left, does he? 4 scouts now. I know. Just for some raiding, but this base is not to be raided. We have stone walls here. There we go, man. Light calves. Rip. Right away. If you're even going for pikemen, just in case. Some kind of units like that will enter. TC on its way. Good position in my opinion. I like. BlackMamba going for ballistics as well, by the way. Budget count is quite equal, but military-wise, Vivi's still leading. And he does well if he just circles around the place and then hits at a vulnerable spot of BlackMamba, because no such thing will be existing for Vivi. Just this TC that has been denied, which seems like a bigger loss, but not that much. I mean, of course it's unfortunate, 4 villages are so lost. This could have been avoided easily. The real damage is about to take place if Vivi really goes into the space. He could afford to do so because the stone walls, there's a reason for them. There's a reason why he has them, just to make sure that his opponent won't be able to go in. Okay. This is actually interesting. I didn't expect this one. Gotta say, guys, I gotta say. Actually, Vivi had this window of opportunity in which he could have maybe done so much damage that BlackMamba wouldn't be able to get out of the situation anymore, but I guess this little episode of fail was bad enough for Vivi that BlackMamba could catch up now. Interestingly. Now we need to pay attention to the upcoming calf archer fight. A little stone wall there just to make sure that he doesn't get attacked from the edge of the map. Yeah, that one, right? Yeah. Safety first, man, safety first. TC has been denied, by the way. So Siege Workshop, that makes sense, going for a Mangonel, because there are a lot of calf archers to be expected. Next to that one also Castle. Incoming. Okay, we have the fight here now. Now, with that much pressure, of course, Vivi is going to take this hill and go for it, apply more pressure from there. Unless BlackMamba goes all in here, which would be maybe foolish. Let's have a look at his calf archers here. Yeah, fine. They're the same as the one of Vivi, stat-wise. But the problem is going to be the Mangonels, of course. It's a bad fight for Mamba. The more he stays there... Oh, my God. Why, man? Why engage in such a fight? And all of these random light calves, man, just... Yeah. Castle. Beautiful castle. Alright, so finally the TC is getting up. 5 villagers difference there between the two players. Military is equal. So now it's gonna be about the decisions. All the decisions. Okay. Who's gonna be on top of that hill first? Looks good for BlackMamba here, as more of his units are above the others. Now it's quite equal, but the numbers are better for BlackMamba, it seems. The Mangonel though. That Mangonel, man. Oh my God. 38 to 29 all of a sudden. Both army numbers really low, but BlackMamba still leading here. Hates has an almost useful castle. Well, true. It's not too close, but at least it's a way for theoretically speaking for Vivi to retreat here. It doesn't work like that for the moment, as the main fight was here. But most important, we see Tarkans, so we are about to see the meta breaker here, or the new meta, as you would argue. Tarkans. So once Tarkans are in the game, everything changes. Elite Tarkans plus 4 defense, and ideally a lot more attack. This is going to be super tanky, and all of the Cav archers suddenly not useless, but all of a sudden not as strong anymore when facing the Tarkans. Also halberdiers and stuff like this won't be able to do too much of damage. So I think it's a really good move by BlackMamba to attack this castle as soon as possible. He doesn't know probably, but yeah, getting rid of this castle will be so helpful. And when I say he doesn't know, I mean just the things that Vivi does, going for Tarkans. I mean, now he saw the targets, of course. The meaning behind that, he'll know for sure. So the castle's still up. I don't know if he just got Marauder or something like this, but if he does, of course, more stables to be added, and then let's go. Wow. This castle's about to be taken down, man. Knights incoming. Mamba just parking here. This is not how it should be. This castle should not be a safe spot for the Cav archers, man. Well, Vivi all of a sudden in an extremely bad situation. Hate asking, where is Vivi's army? Well, good question. 14 only left. 14 military units. That's mostly because he stopped producing Cav archers there for a longer time, due to his intention going for Tarkans. Now he has to shift into more heavy Cav archers, getting chemistry and Parthian tactics. Shoutouts to the Parthians, my ancestors. And yeah, there we go, guys. It doesn't look too good. Though, if Mamba is not able to apply more pressure, Vivi could reinforce and then even getting stronger here. He could be getting stronger, due to the fact that he is an Imperial Legend, his opponent is not. So there's this window of opportunity that could open up once he controls the situation over here. But for now, it looks extremely bad for Vivi. He's about to lose his TC if it continues like that. He also has his castle over here. Siege workshop is going to be added. Wow. Pressure, man. Pressure. Talking about pressure. Incredible. Still, I gotta say, these calf archers are doing a lot of damage right now. I mean, we have to keep in mind they're now stronger than the ones of BlackMamba, due to obvious reasons. So chain barding armor still incoming. I wonder. Oh, it's only about light calves. Okay. Meat shield plus raiding unit. Why not? At least this last mangonel shot was actually quite useful. But yeah, it's Imperial Age army versus Castle Age army. I think it was a beautiful idea to go for the stone walls, as BlackMamba couldn't make use of the fact that his opponent went for Imperial Age with the lower military number. He couldn't just go inside of that. I mean, there's this little chance here, but that's already, I mean, worth forgetting at this very point. Mamba now on his way to Imperial Age, but I am not sure if that's going to be enough, because their only pass was protecting the space. 28 to 21 military numbers. Also, a lot of military units are just trash units, the ones of BlackMamba. And these calf archers just able to engage here. All of a sudden, nearly no military left, and Vivi now engaging, going inside of the space. Could be devastating. Mamba is now going for Marauders, so he does want to go for Tarkans as his last chance to get out of the situation as a winner. Going for more stables, but if Vivi goes down in time, this is soon to be over. Castle's getting back on its earlier position. Oh, a lot of villagers to get. So it's 97 to 117 here. BlackMamba has a lead, but this is about to be equalized. Wow. Destruction, man. The question is, will the army of Tarkans be strong enough? He has no gold, is the problem. He doesn't go for any more gold. What does he know about all of this? Nothing too much. Going for that gold, of course, doesn't work. There's some gold over here. But other than that, it looks really bad. You can't do anything here. These Tarkans won't be as effective. Oh my god. Those are just Tarkans with +1 armor. They are not the Tarkans I'm talking about. The elite Tarkans with +4 armor, well, that's something else. But look, they just smelt here. They just smelt. I think this is soon to be over here for BlackMamba. Due to many reasons. The timing was not right. Vivi did it correctly here, striking as soon as possible. And also, most importantly, no more gold for BlackMamba, man. What should I do? Now they're already inside. The evil light calves. No, this is a best of 3. This is just a best of 3 of the quarterfinals. The last quarterfinals match that I'm casting here. Okay. I am not sure if Mamba has a plan or something, but it's actually pretty much terrible situation here. I mean, what can you do to get out of the situation? Well, have goals. A lot of goals. GG. RIP. Wow. Unfortunate stuff for BlackMamba, I gotta say. He played well. He had a lot of chances here. But also due to the fact that he had no gold income anymore, he couldn't go for the same thing that Vivi actually wanted to go for. That is Tarkans. And therefore, it is how it is, guys. Vivi has won the quarterfinals and therefore proceeds to the semifinals. Great stuff. Great stuff. Good game. Especially the last game was pretty long and intense. There we go. Alright guys, so it's 4:30. Normally I'd say okay, let's go, and I've already called it. I'll go for a long session, go for the semifinals and whatnot. Let me just have a quick look at the semifinals. How many games they're playing there? It's a best of 5. It's a best of 5. I mean, I would only do one semifinal, as nobody did. I mean, nobody, as in the caster from will be official, did the other semifinal. Therefore, I would only need to do the semifinal Viper versus MBL, as they have both won the quarterfinals. And then the it's not the losers final. There we go. And then of course the grand final. But I don't think I'll be able to do this. I mean, right now it's just I'm already struggling to find the right words, because my mind is just wow, exhausted here, man. Constant casting. But I'm actually happy about having nearly casted each game of the final stage of Legacy of the Huns, and I'll finish it tomorrow, man. I'll just have sleep and then I'll do the rest. Promise. Promise. DemEyes promise. I'm gonna go for the semi-final, and then, I mean, 3 more matchups to go, and that is the plan. That is the plan. Therefore, I'll just call it a day here. A night. And yeah. Wow. Man, I have no words for this anymore. I'm in trance, man. I'm just in trance. So, thanks so much for watching. I believe a couple of you guys just watched it from the beginning on this very session. And like I said, tomorrow I'm gonna continue. So I hope you liked what I did here so far, to show you some nice gameplays of a really, really good tournament there. Shoutouts to Pumacle for Legacy of the Huns. Big, big shoutouts. Cool guy for sure. And yeah, also from a perspective of a caster that is not into horse races, exaggerating like, oh my god, bada boom boom, and oh my god, shot, oh my god, stuff like this, but more, proper, serious stuff. Also, thanks for the follows, a lot of follows, and of course, Stark. Thank you, Habibi, for the host. And yeah, see you guys tomorrow. My name is DemEyesRed. If you want to know more about me, if you want to know me in person, if you want to get to know me, no kidding. If you want to check out my own stream, I'm already also streaming myself on my own channel. It's written down below the stream. Otherwise, just type in exclamation mark caster. Just look it up on Twitch. Look it up, follow me, marry me, sub, donate $5 million. That will be fine. No, most importantly about this stream, guys, if you like what you see, follow this one here. And most important, most importantly, just for your information, we're gonna do regular stuff every Sunday, weekend SmackDown. That means casual tournament, one-day tournament, fun tournament. Tune in. It is going to take place actually today, so be sure to tune in. Check out the info on AOE Zone. And next to that one, also history lessons incoming by DemEyesRed with the help of Influenza. Probably going to be joined by him next week, yeah, next Sunday, something like that. Just for your information. Also, all the tournaments that you can see, we will cast as many as possible, of course, and therefore there's a lot to do, guys. A lot to do. So I hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time, man. Probably in a couple of hours. Take care. Bye bye.